Welcome Primary 5, Mukina Ahmed is with you. Today we will complete our lesson in Unit 2. Lesson 1, which is mixtures. We will take part 2 from Lesson 1 in Unit 2. Okay, we know that the matter is classified into two types, which are very good pure substances and mixtures. And we know the examples of the mixtures and the types of mixtures and also the properties of the mixtures. Today we will take how can the mixture can be formed, or how to make a mixture. How can we make a mixture? We have three methods or three ways to make the mixture: shaking, grinding, and stirring. Shaking is here, okay? You shake something, okay? Grinding like this picture, and stirring like this picture. We are stirring here with a spoon, okay? Okay, so the methods for making the mixtures are shaking, stirring, grinding. Shaking, stirring, grinding, okay? To, to make any mixture, we can use that shaking way, okay? So, to make any type of mixture, we can use shaking way. So, any type of mixture, okay, if we asked you to make any type of mixture, solid, liquid, solid, liquid, any type, okay, I answer by shaking. I answer by shaking. So shaking can make any type of mixture. Okay? Okay. To make solid mixture like salt and pepper. You know what is the pepper? It's a black thing that your mommy put it when she is making a food. Okay? It's something black and solid. Okay? Okay. To make a mixture of salt and pepper. Okay, which ways I will use? I said to you, any mixture can made by shaking. Very good. So I use shaking and grinding like here. Okay, so solid mixtures can be formed by shaking and grinding. Okay, to make liquid materials or liquid mixture, like I want to make a mixture of banana juice and strawberry juice. Okay, it can made by what? Yeah, shaking and stirring. Okay, like here. Okay, okay. And to make solid liquid mixtures, I will use which way? Like salt and water. I want to make a mixture of salt and water or sugar and water. I will use what? Shaking and also stirring. So to make any type of mixture, we can use the way shaking. Okay, if the mixture is solid, we use shaking and the grinding. If the mixture is liquid or solid liquid, we can use shaking and stirring. Okay? Okay. Mixing things with water. We will mix something with water and see what will happen. If we mix the salt with water, salt or sugar, okay? What will happen? And we stir. We use what to make salt and water mixture, which is solid liquid. Yes, we can make shaking or stirring, okay? We add salt or sugar to water and stirring it or shaking it. What will happen? The sugar will dissolve in water, and if it salts, the salt will dissolve in water. What is the meaning of dissolve? Disappear. So if we put some sugar in water and stirring it or shaking it, the sugar will disappear and also for the salt. Okay? Or the sugar will dissolve. Okay? Okay, number 2. If we make a mixture of vinegar and water. Vinegar and water, they are which type of mixtures? Yeah, liquid. Which method that I can use to make liquid? Yeah, shaking or very good, stirring. So when we make a mixture of vinegar and water by shaking or stirring, they will mix together. They will mix together. So salt or sugar in water, the salt or the sugar will dissolve in the water. Vinegar and water, the vinegar and the water will mix together. Okay, if I make a mixture of sand and water or solid liquid mixture, very good. How can I make it? By shaking and stirring, very good. Okay, I'll make a mixture of sand and water by shaking or stirring. What will happen? I can see, sorry, I can see that the sand, here, that's the beaker, okay, the sand will precipitate here. What is the meaning of precipitate? Remains here, and the water will be above it. Okay, so when we make a mixture of sand and water, the sand will precipitate. The sand will precipitate or remains down. Okay, if we make a mixture of oil and water are very good liquid. Liquid mixture, we can make it by shaking or stirring. What will happen? As you can see here, this mixture will form two layers. The first layer here, it's the oil, and the second layer here, it's the water. So the oil will separate from the water. That's the oil here, and that's the water. So the oil will separate. So sand and water, the sand will precipitate. Oil and water, oil will separate. Sand, water, precipitate. Oil, water, separate. Sand, water, precipitate. Oil, water, separate. Oh, okay, so this part of this lesson, okay, he will ask you in this part by what happened if. Okay, what happened if we make a mixture of salt and sugar? They will dissolve. Okay, the sugar and the salt will dissolve. What will happen if we make a mixture of vinegar and water? They will mix together. What will happen if we make a mixture of sand and water? The sand will precipitate. What happens if we make a mixture of oil and water? The oil will separate. So until now we identify the meaning of mixtures, types of mixtures, the ways to make the mixtures and the properties of the mixtures. Now the method for separating the mixture. If I make a mixture and I want to separate its component one more time, and we take in the properties of the mixture that they cannot join or they don't join together and we can separate them easily. How can we separate the types of the mixture? Let's start with the method. Number one, it's the magnetic attraction. If I have a mixture of iron fillings and sand, and I want to separate the iron fillings from sand, I will use what? I will use a magnet. The magnet will attract the iron fillings, so the iron fillings were separated from the sand. Okay, so the first method here we have to separate the mixture. It's the magnetic attraction. Magnetic attraction. Number two, filtration. We use the wave filtration to separate the sand and water mixture. Okay, sand and water mixture. Here I have here in this beaker here sand and water mixture, and in this funnel there is something which is called filter paper, which is called filter paper. Okay, here the filter paper here we put it here and we put the sand and water mixture here. What will happen? The water will pass from the filter paper and remain here, and the sand cannot pass from the filter paper and stay here. So that's the sand and that's the water. So by filtration process and by using filter paper we can separate sand from water. Okay, the third method that we have here is evaporation. If I have a salt solution or a sugar solution and I want to separate salt from water, what I should do? I will boil this mixture, okay, then the water will evaporate and the salt will remain in the beaker. Okay. And the number four is the separating funnel. Okay, we use the separating funnel to separate the mixture of oil and water. Here, when we mix the oil and the water, do you remember what happened? Yes, the oil will separate from the water, right? So, when we put a mixture of oil and water here in a separation funnel, okay, or a separating funnel, the oil will separate. This is the oil and this is the water. The oil will separate from the water and we will open this tape. Okay, the water will fall down. Okay, and when we close this tape, the oil will remain here. So we have four methods to separate the mixtures. Number one, magnetic attraction. Number 2, filtration process by using filter paper. Number 3, the evaporation process. And number 4, separating funnel. We finished lesson 1 from unit 2. Thank you for listening. Miss Ahmed was with you.